Who is responsible for our suffering? Is it God or is it us? In the Bible, 1 John 4:8, whoever does not love does not know God, because God is love. If God is love, why there is so much suffering in the world? Do you believe that God allowed these suffering to happen? It is especially hard for a Christian to believe that God would allow so much suffering in the world, because we believe that God is love. Can you imagine someone that love you intentionally inflict pain and suffering on you, especially coming from the people that you believe and you trust and you know that love you? And so it's incomprehensible that God would allow such thing to happen to us if God is love. The really hard question is, does God really allow these suffering to happen? And the answer is yes. But we have to understand that God doesn't want us to suffer. He feels our pain, He cries with us, but He has a purpose for our pain. And I'm sure that we do want to know what that purpose is, why we suffer so much. I personally suffer quite a lot at an early age. I lost my mother when I was 2 years old. I lost my father and oldest brother when I was about 8. I was like a foster child, moving from one family to another, from one relative to another. What should our attitude be regarding our suffering? Should we respond to our suffering with faith? But faith in what? Faith in God's goodness. If we're Christian, there's no doubt that God is not good to us. Even though things aren't good right now, or in my case, things weren't good then, God was still good to me. And if you're suffering right now, God is still good to you. You have to trust that God wants what's best for you and me. Is there a meaning to our suffering? Some people would say, absolutely. Our suffering has a purpose, and it is not just to make us stronger as human, or it's not just to build character in us. Our suffering has a unique meaning in God's plan. As an individual, we will all suffer one way or another. The question is how we respond to that suffering. Do we turn to God, or do we turn away from Him? For many people, they actually turn away from God, being very angry at God. What will we do when suffering is at our doorsteps? Will you embrace it knowing that God knows about it and He has a purpose for your suffering? Or will you take the advice of Job's wife in Job 2:9. His wife said to him, "You cannot continue to trust God. Instead, you should curse God and then die." The unfortunate fact is that this is how some people end up at the end of their life. Instead of trusting God and place their faith in God when they are suffering, when they are dying, they took the route of curse God, being angry with God, and die without God. Will you be suffering, placing your faith in God? Or will you curse God and die alone? Until next time, thank you for watching.